Merkaba is the light vehicle human being, capable of carrying the spirit in more advanced stages to the physical body to other dimensions. Merkaba are Egyptian words meaning mer light, ka spirit, and ba body. The star tetrahedron of 8 points is our personal vehicle of light, where the two triangles separated with the point of each triangle joining at the third eye to create a diamond. The Merkaba is a light field turns around and that affects spirit and the body simultaneously. The two merged triangles represent the soul and your God ray self, which recreates your light body. It is an interdimensional light vehicle. The Merkaba is a light rotational against field generated by the rotation of specific geometric forms that affect positively and simultaneously our spirit and our body. It is a vehicle that can help the mind, body and spirit will rise and experience other planes of reality, other potential life. In fact, the Merkaba is much more than that. The Merkaba is a tool that helps humans reach their full potential. It is a crystalline energy field that is comprised of specific sacred geometries that align the mind to the body and heart. This energy field created from sacred geometry extends around the body to a distance of about 20 meters. These geometric energy fields normally spin around our bodies at close to the speed of light, but for most of us they have become slower or stop spinning entirely due to lack of attention and use. There are circles and other shapes appearing on this planet in cereal crops, seemingly inexplicable to us. These prints are frequencies, not a process or action. It is a melody, a story which is being deployed in the Earth's surface with the symbols of a language. These symbols come to establish certain frequency and its trend is increasing. They are being opened many portals on the reality of the third dimension to bring evolution to Earth. It was many cycles since the last war, to the energy portals can be open again to let the light in. That time has come. Light is being orchestrated to return to the planet and increases every day. So that energy can work our consciousness, it needs to settle here. Intelligence penetrates in the form of waves, forming geometrical figures on Earth. There will come a time when, literally, a huge wave of light will cover the whole Earth. The shapes and geometric figures are carriers of intelligence and are frequency waves that can be modulated and changed. These figures arrive on Earth resemble waves of energy, or power strips. They contain intelligence and are being sent to, in sequence, form a smart grid around the planet. This network will have a frequency that humanity can use to evolve. How to use Merkabas? By using the Merkabas, decrees and prayers, many negative aspects that are embedded within our geometry are disabled, transmuted or eliminated in order to restore the original structure. When we create a geometric Merkaba and start to direct a flow of thoughts and information to this geometry and its meaning, it allows different energies can be released and worked within our causal body, which is a huge electromagnetic file within all existential realities which has manifested. Then gradually contracts of power, the negative elementals, chip implants will disengaging one by one, until we can be free from the matrix control. Gradually we end up generating protective fields and containment controls and external chips. When a person learns to be free, the new information is also attached to the causal body and gradually begins to transmute the counter information already existing within the structure. The council karmic uses the causal body, focused assessment of the activities of every soul that is manifesting your project on Earth or on other planets. They are slowly being revealed secrets of etheric plans to accelerate our evolution, as we have not much time, and work with the sacred geometry allows us to obtain an acceleration of all our subtle bodies, our past and parallel lives. It is the vehicle of our rise and the most prominent and important initiation that we will cross. This event is the beginning of our ascent to enter the fifth dimension, the world of unity. This process is an extension of our state of love and the application of energy through the knowledge of our geometry patterns. Sagrada.as sacred geometric forms contain CEO's key that will awaken in us, the holy ascension codes, codes that have lain dormant for centuries in the field of human DNA. By meditating on these sacred forms that are drawn, their dormant codes will experience a massive awakening. Some of us have experienced this without realizing it consciously. How many times have felt strange pains up by our body that disappear shortly after? These are some of the signs of our awakening to the ascension codes. If we dream of geometric shapes, this indicates that they are working within. Science has proven long ago that our bodies are designed geometrically systems. Our subconscious recognizes complex sacred geometrical symbols that have been used since time immemorial. Despite our conscious minds do not understand them, and even find them strange, sacred geometry has a powerful effect on our mental state and also in our body. FICO.AS meditations to clear the body's energy circuits, and combine them with geometric imagination and the separation of air breathing and strength are a powerful tool to modify our cell frequency and get to have access to higher aspects of our being. As we've come to our Merkaba, this will part of us. The time will come when we will be conscious all the time, this living field around us. When you get to this point, few as we remain aware of our Merkaba, the flow of force and breath, so blooms the whole process that SPL brought up here. It's like saying a mantra, until you become the mantra, and the mantra is you. With intention, from bringing the Merkaba is activated and turned from head to toe. If you cannot see the turning of your Merkaba, no matter, trust your intention already activated your Merkaba. Combining the Merkaba with the pattern of the flower of life will open the door rise out of this virtual world. Speaking about loop geometric involving the planet Earth Dranvala Melchizedek. To have a form of life on a planet, it cannot exist and evolve on this planet unless there is a geometric and electromagnetic network spread throughout the planet associated with this level of consciousness. These things are connected. So, every animal, every plant, every tree of certain species has its own network and its own geometry. Humans have 3 different networks back on Earth. So there are 3 different types of humans in the world. Totally different to see things entirely different. So long ago, we were in a very specific network, and when we fall this network was destroyed. We fell here, this level of consciousness, and then rebuild another level to survive and stay here. Over the past 13,000 years, the Great White Brotherhood has been working together with the 72 orders to restore the first level of the network. You cannot return to the top. You cannot do that in a single bound. It is too much. What they are calling now is Christ consciousness. It is the first step. There are many levels of Christ consciousness. Not just one, there are many levels and interpretations of this way of seeing. So they have worked to rebuild the network. This network is now complete. If left something to do, not sure it would be. In fact, the most I can say is what I was told is that planetary grid levels are completely ready for the ascension of the Earth. We can achieve this leap in consciousness at this time. Nothing left to do. Everything is ready. We not managed yet. And then it's a matter of time at this point. So now that the network is completed, it is very easy from now on. This is the basic structure of external network that surrounds the Earth. It is a dodecahedron star with these tips around. So it's a combination of the icosahedron, dodecahedron. This is where we are going. The Russians have designed it around 1950. America was a little slower. There was another network, one that most people are using in the world at this time, based on triangles and squares. It is interesting because if we map the Earth's surface, for some reason all the military bases are the nodal points. During the Cold War, they knew that whoever controlled the network would control human consciousness, and this continued for a long time. The military itself is going through a huge lighting at this time, and that's really good. They are rapidly changing and very healthy. I have a good impression then walk them knowing this Memento SS2 formats, in fact, they are the basis of human DNA. The DNA molecule is nothing more than an icosahedron-dodecahedron relationship. If we want, we can see it as a rotating cube to rotate 72 degrees angles. But that of which I speak is more accurate. What in fact we now have around the Earth is a DNA molecule. It is interesting to note that NASA has just discovered that the core of the Earth's molten iron, considered before a large ball of hot iron inside the Earth, changed shape. It is now a pentagonal dodecahedron. If you want to study these formats and want to study the DNA, consult the I Ching. 64 changes I Ching are an exact and perfect replica of DNA. it implic la Merkaba can be used as protection, but what we should really consider is the intention and the direction of our thoughts, and to activate it must feel unconditional love. By the time the transition occurs and change the earth poles, you need us to be connected with love, beauty, trust, harmony, peace and truth. Drunvala Melchizedek advises us also to work our fears, as the fourth dimension everything we think is manifested in external reality. According to him, our whole planet Ascensioner and all who are willing to wake up and work, will not be back. Since this time, we can count on the help of many light beings and we have the attention of the whole universe. It is as if all creation was interested in the process of important to restore or rise is to feel love for all existence and recognize the presence of the cosmic plenum/God in the eyes of each person we meet. Love can move mountains, literally. Light team is invincible.